We finished episode 4 of season 2, wrapping up the test setup in the previous episode, and it just got me thinking about adaptations in general, where I'm always curious as to the reasoning behind the creative choices when it comes to adapting a manhwa or manga into anime form. There's a lot of valid criticism for season 2 around its pacing and animation, and my general thought is that there are natural difficulties when it comes to adapting a source material into anime, because it's tricky to adapt one form of media into another while respecting the source material. Things naturally get changed and lost in adaptations, especially when there's a certain quota of chapters that an episode wants to cover, which, for season 2, seems to be around 6 chapters per episode. So I think it's good to keep this in mind as season 2 unfolds. Anyways, here's my review of episode 4, which I thought was pretty good in covering the story, and of course I'll note some differences from the manhwa. Episode 4 wraps up the test introduced in the previous episode, where Wangnan and the gang make good progress in capturing more rooms. However, the main hurdle to this team is Lurker, the true antagonist of this particular test. He has his buddies go and take control over Yihwa's body, which was more planned out in the manhwa, because we actually saw that Prince was the one that got Yihwa to let her guard down, where he gave her a drink that weakened her body to the point where she couldn't defend herself from getting taken over. For Prince, it was actually an interesting character moment because he immediately disapproved of this body takeover situation, showing some kind of concern for Yihwa. Lurker also takes over Wang Nan's room because Nia has been secretly working for him, due to blackmail for the most part. Nia is also another victim to debt building, and Lurker brutally kills him, just because. Which leads Wang Nan to a state of hatred and desperation to kill Lurker, even if it means failing the test, his final chance. Meanwhile, we shift over back to Viole versus Love, where Viole is on his final chance to win as well. There's quite a lot to mention from the manhwa here, which is mainly that Love becomes very impressed by Viole's unheard of ability to simply copy Love's techniques even after seeing them just once, such as Love's ability to have a blue flying disc. Simply put, Viole is a monster, and Love brings up a great point because, true to his name, it would be great if Viole were to use his powers for good. Of course, Love still completely outclasses Viole and easily freezes Viole to grab the connector himself. So Viole lost, but luckily our favorite prince Wang Nan shows up in time to get the connector himself, pleading Viole to help him deal with Lurker in exchange for the connector. Love does stop Wang Nan, but decides to let him be because I think Love resonates with Wang Nan's desire to change the tower, which does allow and even rewards people to climb at the expense of others. In the manhwa, the main difference was that even though he initially wanted to make a deal with Viole, he straight up just tosses a connector to Viole, hoping that Viole sees his sheer level of desperation, to which Viole implicitly agrees to help him. So the way they resolve the Lurker situation is in large part due to Horyang and Viole. Horyang mentions that Wang Nan made a deal with Viole, who's a devil, because he's worth fug, but Horyang knows a thing or two about devils himself, as he uses the devil in his right arm to destroy Rap Devil to help Prince out. Which goes to show that not everyone was taking the strength test seriously. Viole's combat ability is highlighted even further because he instantly analyzes the situation with Yihwa, using a previous gag to get Yihwa to come to her senses and destroy the entity that took over her body. Which leaves Wang Nan to corner Lurker, who he's ready to murder for what Lurker did to Nia. But Lurker has his final trump card, the backstory card, where it turns out that just like Nia and Wang Nan, Lurker is also a victim of debt. Just as Wang Nan's about to kill Lurker, he realizes the bigger picture, which is that the tower is set up in a way that just brings out the worst in people, and killing Lurker would just continue this cycle of hatred. So he decides to forgive Lurker and solidifies his main goal to become the king of the tower in order to change the tower, so that no one has to go through what he, Nia, and Lurker all went through, so that the tower doesn't produce people that forsake others, so that the tower becomes a place where people can laugh and smile together. Viole has fulfilled his end of the deal and uses the connector to win. However, he's not the only one that passed the test, and it's important to know why Wang Nan's team passed as well. In the manhwa, there are more details because it shows that Wang Nan actually made a smart move because instead of tossing Viole's connector, he tossed his own to Viole, so that when Viole pressed the connector, it connected the last room to Wang Nan's team, which is why they all passed in the end. Viole recognizes this cheeky maneuver, and also Wang Nan's speech definitely strikes a chord in Viole because Wang Nan decided to forgive Lurker, where Viole is still struggling to figure out where he stands with Rachel. believing that he'll know when he sees her again. The test is pretty much over, and the team moving forward consists of 8 characters: Viole, Wangnan, Arc Raptor, Horyang, Yihwa, Goseng, Miseng, and Prince, who seems to have learned the wrongs of his ways. So yeah, this establishes Viole's main team going forward. We end the episode with an appearance from Khun, and I'll end this video with one last note, which is that I kind of wish that the anime did a bit more world building here, because in the manhwa, news has spread around about this new Slayer nominee who was supposedly able to hold his own against a ranker 1v1. This builds up that more people are learning about Ju Viole Grace, and we'll see what happens when the other hotshot E rank regulars come face to face with Ju Viole Grace. That's it for this video. I thought it was a fine episode. The pacing was not too bad, and it looks like we'll be seeing some new but old faces very soon. So thank you for watching this video, and catch you on the next floor.